From the late Cretaceous period to today's pop culture, the Tyrannosaurus Rex is perhaps the most popular dinosaur to ever walk the earth. Considered by many to be the greatest hunter to ever exist, this massive carnivore dominated the late Cretaceous period with little to no opposition. But how much do you really know about this monster? Why was it so terrifying? And most importantly, did it have feathers, and what did it do in them? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome to Better Know a Dino on Primalia. In this series, we're exploring the fascinating world of dinosaurs to bring you fun and memorable facts about our most popular prehistoric pals. From the lovable Stegosaurus to the majestic Brachiosaurus, each episode will uncover amazing details about these incredible creatures that once roamed our planet. Get ready to embark on a dino-sized adventure and discover what made these ancient animals so extraordinary. If you've ever heard anything relating to dinosaurs, chances are you've heard of the infamous Tyrannosaurus Rex. One of the most iconic dinosaurs in popular culture, its fierce appearance, massive size, and reputation as a top predator have made it a favorite subject in movies, literature, and almost every form of media today. From toys to games and movies like Jurassic Park, it's impossible to avoid hearing about the Tyrannosaurus Rex. But what are the essential facts about T-Rex that everyone should know? Let's start with how this monster was discovered. To understand how the most famous dinosaur ever was discovered, we have to go all the way back to the early 20th century and the work of Barnum Brown, a renowned American paleontologist working for the American Museum of Natural History. In 1902, Brown unearthed perhaps his most important discovery ever: the partial skeletons of a massive dinosaur in the Hell Creek Formation in Montana. Immediately after his discovery, the scientific community was thrown into a frenzy, as these fossils, which included parts of the skull, vertebra, and ribs, provided enough evidence to not only speculate on a new creature, but an extraordinary one at that. 3 years after its initial discovery, Henry Fairfield Osborn, the president of the American Museum of Natural History, formally described and named the species Tyrannosaurus Rex in 1905. The name, meaning Tyrant Lizard King, was extremely spot on, as it captured the creature's impressive size and the fact that it was presumed to be the apex predator of its time. However, like many dinosaurs, the discovery didn't stop there, and over the following decades, more T-Rex fossils were unearthed, providing a clearer picture of this colossal dinosaur. These discoveries came from various locations, primarily in North America's western regions, and included more complete skeletons. But among these fossils, perhaps the most famous T-Rex specimen is Sioux, discovered in South Dakota in 1990. At over 90% complete, Sioux's skeleton was one of the largest and most well-preserved T-Rex fossils ever found. But what did the T-Rex really look like? Starting from the top, the T-Rex had a massive skull, measuring up to 1.5 meters or 5 feet long, that housed large serrated teeth capable of growing up to 30 centimeters or 12 inches in length. For context, this dinosaur skull was roughly the size of a refrigerator turned on its side, and its teeth were about the length of a standard kitchen knife. The T-Rex also had powerful jaws that helped produce a bite force of up to 89,000 newtons, or 12,800 pounds per square inch. That's the same force as some modern hydraulic presses. In comparison, the modern laughing hyena, also known as the spotted hyena or Crocuta crocuta, has the strongest recorded bite of all carnivorous mammals today, only 4,500 newtons or 1,011 pounds of force. Coupled with the threatening teeth, the T-Rex's mouth was made for crushing bones. To maintain this power mouth setup, the skull of the T-Rex had large openings called fenestra, which helped reduce the head's weight while maintaining strength and allowing for the attachment of strong jaw muscles. Besides its nightmare of a mouth, one of the most distinctive features of T-Rex was its relatively small arms. Although unusually small, these arms were muscular and likely had some functional use, such as holding prey. Each arm ended in 2 clawed fingers, which were also quite short, yet strong. On the flip side, the T-Rex's hind legs were long and powerful, designed for strength and speed. These legs were so effective that they potentially enabled the T-Rex to run at speeds of up to 32 kilometers per hour, or 20 miles per hour. That's more than fast enough to take out an Olympic sprinter. Supporting the feet were 3 large forward-pointing toes and 1 smaller backward-pointing toe, which provided stability for its massive body. The tail of the T-Rex was also long and heavy, as it acted as a counterbalance to its enormous head and torso, aiding in maintaining balance and agility. The tail of the T-Rex was so long that it even reached up to 4.6 meters or 15 feet, which alone is about the length of a large SUV. All in all, the T-Rex was a robust, muscular creature with a barrel-shaped torso that could reach lengths of up to 12 meters or 40 feet and weigh around 8,160 kilograms or 9 tons. For context, that's the length of 4 cars packed bumper to bumper and the weight of 2 fully grown African elephants, or about 5 standard cars. Now for the really wild part. There is a possibility that the T-Rex had feathers. This is a well-known, ongoing scientific debate that is not going to be settled anytime soon. While no direct evidence of feathers has been found on T-Rex itself, several lines of evidence suggest that it might have sported some form of feathering. This is because the T-Rex belonged to a group of theropods called coelurosaurs, which includes many species known to have feathers. In fact, close relatives such as the smaller Tyrannosaurid dilong have been discovered with fossilized feathers, indicating that feathering was present in the broader Tyrannosaur lineage. Some scientists speculate that juvenile T-Rex may have had feathers for insulation, which they could have lost as they grew larger and developed better thermoregulation through sheer body mass. Yet, an adult T-Rex might also have looked like a giant mutant chicken. Fossils of other large theropods like Utyrannus huali have been found with evidence of feathers, and these suggest that even large dinosaurs could have been feathered. While it's easy to think that what makes the T-Rex a menace is its terrifying body, that's not even the whole story, as the monster's sensory abilities are also what made it a stone-cold killer. First up, its forward-facing eyes provided it with binocular vision, which allowed it to have excellent depth perception, which is crucial for accurately judging distances while hunting. But it wasn't only the eye position, as the large size of its eye sockets also suggests that the T-Rex had really big eyes, which greatly helped its sight and even helped it to see objects clearly from up to 6 kilometers or 3.7 miles away. It was quite simply one of the best-sighted predators of its time, despite what you may see in the movies. But there's still more, as the T-Rex also had an exceptional sense of smell. Thanks to the large olfactory bulbs and nerves in its brain, the T-Rex could likely detect scents from great distances. The T-Rex also had a long nasal passage, which further supported its keen smell-seeking abilities. And it didn't stop there, as the T-Rex also had good hearing, particularly in the low-frequency range due to the structure of its inner ear. This allowed it to hear the footsteps of large animals and other environmental sounds. And as you can imagine, this aided the monster in the detection and tracking of prey and even potential threats. A large sauropod or group of sauropods could be lumbering along miles away, and the T-Rex likely could find them. But that's not all the ear did, because like humans, the structure of its semicircular canals and the inner ear suggests that T-Rex had a strong sense of balance, which was, of course, essential for maneuvering its large body with precision while hunting or navigating its environment. When it comes to touch and taste, less is known about the dinosaur. But it is believed that the T-Rex's teeth had sensory receptors that could help it discern what it was biting into. This can seem like a pretty weird hypothesis, but consider that this ability would have been useful for handling struggling prey and distinguishing between flesh and bone. We know T-Rex must have been a successful hunter, but how exactly did they hunt? Well, as you would expect, the T-Rex likely used a wide range of sophisticated hunting behaviors. As an ambush predator, the T-Rex relied on stealth and power, using its strong legs to launch sudden explosive sprints to surprise and overpower its prey. Despite its massive size and robust musculature, it's been suggested that it could hide behind natural features, striking with that powerful bite that could crush bone and deliver fatal injuries, as opposed to relying on running down prey over long distances. The T-Rex may have also used a bite and hold technique, gripping and immobilizing prey with its strong jaws. However, there is debate about whether the T-Rex hunted alone or in groups, with some evidence suggesting possible social behavior, particularly involving cooperation between juveniles and adults. In addition to active hunting, recent evidence shows that the T-Rex was likely an opportunistic feeder, using its keen sense of smell to scavenge carcasses from miles away. Okay, now we know how it hunted and what it ate, but food aside, how did the young Tyrannosaurus Rex get to their fear-inspiring size? Well, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, like many dinosaurs, experienced a fascinating journey of growth and development, marked by rapid changes as it matured. Starting as relatively small hatchlings, T-Rex juveniles go through a crucial growth spurt between the ages of 14 and 18, gaining up to 680 kilograms or 1,500 pounds per year. As you can imagine, this rapid growth helped them reach their impressive adult size of up to 12 meters or 40 feet in length and around 8,160 kilograms or 9 tons in weight. Like human young adults, the juvenile T-Rex had longer legs and more agile bodies, suggesting they had different hunting strategies compared to their fully grown counterparts. In fact, studies of T-Rex bones revealed dense vascular canals that indicate fast growth. There was also the discovery of growth rings in the bones, similar to tree rings, that suggest the T-Rex lived up to 30 years. And even more shockingly, as they aged, their body proportions changed. with juveniles having slender bodies and adults developing thicker bones and larger skulls. While it's still debated whether the T-Rex was solitary or social, some fossil sites have revealed multiple T-Rex individuals buried together, hinting at possible social behavior or at least occasional group activity, possibly related to feeding or nesting. Evidence from related species also suggests the T-Rex might have exhibited some form of parental care, with parents potentially guarding and feeding their young during the early stages of life. But this loving side was balanced out with some serious family infighting. After all, what could best take on a T-Rex but another T-Rex? Fossilized bite marks and healed injuries on T-Rex fossils indicate they might have engaged in combat with each other, likely over territory, mates, or food. Just as modern grizzly bear boars can hunt and kill young bears, the baby T-Rex may have been on the menu of a full-grown adult. Essentially, these fossils suggest a complex social structure involving competition and dominance. It is fair to say that scientists now believe that the hunting strategies of T-Rex varied with age, with adults likely using their size and strength to ambush large prey, while juveniles relied on their agility to hunt smaller, faster animals. Some theories even claim the T-Rex might have used vocalizations, visual displays, and possibly even smells to communicate. Now, all of this is terrifying, a powerful, bred to kill, and intelligent killer of giants. Given all this, what exactly killed off the T-Rex? Much like many dinosaurs from the late Cretaceous era, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, along with all other non-avian dinosaurs, is widely believed to have been wiped out by a catastrophic event around 66 million years ago. This event, known as the Cretaceous Paleogene or KPG extinction event, was primarily caused by a massive asteroid impact that was combined with volcanic activity and other environmental changes. The most widely accepted theory centers around a large asteroid, approximately 10 to 15 kilometers or 6 to 9 miles in diameter, that struck the Earth near the Yucatan Peninsula in present-day Mexico. If you're having trouble imagining the size of this asteroid, then imagine a ball of rock the size of Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth, or the length of Manhattan Island in New York City, or the length of about 105 to 158 football fields laid end to end. This ball of rock impacted the Earth with the force equivalent of billions of Hiroshima bombs exploding at once. This impact was so massive that it created the Chicxulub crater, which is about 150 kilometers or 93 miles in diameter. The immediate effects of the impact would have been devastating, as the collision triggered massive wildfires, sent a cloud of superheated debris into the atmosphere, and caused shockwaves that led to tsunamis and earthquakes. But that wasn't all, as the environment experienced dramatic changes. For example, the debris from the impact likely blocked out sunlight, leading to a dangerous drop in global temperatures, a phenomenon often referred to as an impact winter. This sudden cooling was a problem, as it disrupted photosynthesis, causing a collapse in the food chain. Plants and phytoplankton, which are the primary producers, would have died off, leading to a cascading effect that starved herbivores and subsequently the carnivores that fed on them. But it gets worse, as there is even evidence of extensive volcanic activity around the same time, particularly from the Deccan Traps in present-day India. These volcanic eruptions would have released large amounts of sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, further contributing to climate change. And to make things even worse, sulfur dioxide could have caused acid rain and more cooling, while carbon dioxide would have led to longer-term warming and ocean acidification. Essentially, the combination of these factors created an inhospitable environment for many forms of life. The rapid changes in climate, along with the collapse of ecosystems, led to the extinction of approximately 75% of Earth's species, including the mighty T-Rex. There's no denying the colossal impact of the T-Rex on today's world. From blockbuster movies to classic songs and stories, this enormous predator has captivated our imaginations. Though it no longer roams the Earth, the sheer biological marvel that was the T-Rex remains a testament to nature's creativity. But what do you think? Was the T-Rex the ultimate predator? Could we survive if it still existed? And which dinosaur should we explore next? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay curious with Primalia.